The enigmatic Potomsky crater. The Potomsky crater, also known as the Patom crater, is a strange and fascinating rock formation situated in the remote Bodebo district of the Irkutsk region in southeastern Siberia. Located about 360 kilometers from the town of Bodebo, the crater stands in the rugged Patom highlands, surrounded by the thick natural taiga forest. This geological wonder is essentially a massive mound, formed from shattered limestone blocks. It has a base diameter of roughly 160 meters and rises about 40 meters into the sky. What makes it even more intriguing is the ring-shaped crown at the top of the cone, inside which lies a smaller mound about 12 meters high. The crater is thought to hold a massive volume of around 230,000 to 250,000 cubic meters of material, weighing in at an estimated 1 million tons. First discovered in 1949 by Russian geologist Vadim Kolpakov, though already known to local indigenous communities, the Potomsky crater has sparked a lot of scientific curiosity. Various theories about its origin have been put forward, ranging from meteorite impact to volcanic activity and even gas eruptions. Yet despite numerous expeditions and research, its true origin remains a puzzle. According to tree ring dating, the crater is believed to be around 300 years old. For many years, some scientists suspected that the crater was created by a massive, ultra-dense meteorite that smashed into the ground and buried itself deep beneath the surface. Another popular idea was that it could be a fragment from the famous Tunguska meteorite that struck Siberia in 1908. Others speculated that the crater formed as a result of a natural gas explosion from a deep underground pocket. Despite these efforts, the true origin of the crater has remained elusive. However, a study conducted by researchers V.S. Antipin and A.M. Fedorov shed some new light on the mystery. By examining the crater's structure, chemical makeup, and morphology, they concluded that the crater is actually volcanic in origin. Number 5. The Siberian Ice Maiden. The mummified remains of this remarkable woman, identified as part of the Scytho-Siberian community, were found in a perfectly preserved state inside an underground burial chamber. Natalia Polosmak, a senior research fellow from the Russian Institute of Archaeology and Ethnography, made this incredible discovery alongside her team in the summer of 1993. This was her fourth season working on the remote Ukok Plateau, a place where her institute had been conducting long-term research to better understand early human settlements in southern Siberia. Despite over 2 decades having passed since this groundbreaking discovery, there are only a few detailed English-language resources that document it. The most comprehensive accounts come from Polosmak's article in National Geographic in October 1994, and a BBC documentary produced in 1997 featuring Polosmak and her team. The Ice Maiden belonged to the Pazyryk culture, which flourished from the 6th to the 2nd centuries BC on the vast windswept Siberian steppe. Her tomb was located on the Ukok Plateau, a high-altitude plain near the Mongolian border in what is now the Autonomous Republic of Altai. This plateau, part of the expansive Eurasian steppes, is known for its extreme and unforgiving climate, with frigid winds and little rainfall. Locally, the plateau is revered as the second layer of heaven, a mystical place beyond the reach of everyday life. Even today, Altai herders bring their livestock, sheep and horses, to the plateau during winter. Although the cold winds are fierce, they clear away the snow, allowing the animals to graze on the grass beneath, making the land valuable even in the harshest conditions. Number 4. The Lake Baikal Mystery. Lake Baikal, located in southern Siberia, Russia, is a natural wonder and holds the title of the deepest rift lake on the planet. Nestled between Irkutsk Oblast to the northwest and the Republic of Buryatia to the southeast, this vast body of water spans an area of 31,772 square kilometers, making it slightly larger than Belgium. It is not only the 7th largest lake by surface area in the world, but also the 2nd largest in Eurasia after the Caspian Sea. However, what truly sets Lake Baikal apart is its incredible depth. With a staggering maximum depth of 1,642 meters, it is the deepest lake on Earth. But depth isn't the only impressive feature. Lake Baikal holds the title of the largest freshwater lake by volume, containing an astonishing 23,615 cubic kilometers of water. This accounts for about 22 to 23% of the world's fresh surface water, a greater volume than all the North American Great Lakes combined. Lake Baikal is not only large and deep, but also ancient. It is the world's oldest lake, estimated to be between 25 to 30 million years old. Known for its pristine waters, it is also among the clearest lakes in the world. The area east of Lake Baikal is known as Transbaikalia, while the broader region surrounding the lake is sometimes referred to as Baikalia. In recognition of its unique environmental significance, UNESCO designated Lake Baikal a World Heritage Site in 1996. Number 3. The Tunguska Effect on Siberian Wildlife. The Tunguska event was a massive explosion that took place near the Podkamennaya Tunguska River in Russia on the morning of June 30, 1908. The blast, which is estimated to have been between 3 and 50 megatons in strength, caused widespread destruction in the remote forests of East Siberia. It flattened around 80 million trees across a staggering area of 2,150 square kilometers. Although the region was barely populated, reports suggest that up to 3 people might have lost their lives in the incident. Scientists believe that the explosion was caused by a meteor that exploded in the atmosphere before hitting the ground. This type of explosion, known as a meteor airburst, likely involved a stony asteroid about 50 to 60 meters wide, traveling at a speed of around 60,000 miles per hour. The asteroid is thought to have exploded at an altitude of 5 to 10 kilometers above the Earth's surface, which explains why no impact crater was left behind. The Tunguska event holds the record as the largest impact event in recorded history, although much bigger impacts occurred millions of years ago. If such an explosion were to happen over a major city today, it could easily wipe out the entire area. In fact, the power of the explosion was so immense that scientists compare its potential for destruction to a rating of 8 on the Torino scale, a level indicating a definite collision with local devastation. This event has captured the imagination of many and has been featured in numerous works of fiction due to its mysterious and catastrophic nature. Number 2. The creeping expansion of permafrost slumps. Retrogressive thaw slumps, RTS, are a type of landslide that occurs in the frozen landscapes of the Arctic, especially in regions where the ground is covered by permafrost. These landslides happen when ice-rich sections of the permafrost thaw and soften, causing the land to collapse and shift. RTS can spread rapidly, covering several hectares and significantly reshaping Arctic coastlines and frozen terrain. They are considered one of the most active features of thermokarst, which refers to the sinking or collapse of the land as the ice beneath it melts. These RTS landslides form in areas with ice-rich permafrost or glaciers, and they look like large horseshoe-shaped scars on the landscape. As the frozen ground thaws, these slumps grow larger, contributing to the thawing of vast areas of permafrost each year. This process is particularly dramatic in the Northern Hemisphere, where RTS can be found across regions like the Tibetan Plateau, Siberia, the Himalayas, northern Greenland, northern Canada, and Alaska. The largest known retrogressive thaw slump in the world is the Bada-Gaika crater in Siberia, often referred to as a megaslump. This crater is about 1 kilometer long and 100 meters deep, and it continues to grow by about 30 meters each year. The Bada-Gaika crater started forming in the 1960s after the surrounding forest was cleared, which caused the land to begin sinking. Over time, it has become a striking example of how environmental changes can trigger massive shifts in the landscape. Number 1. The gateway to the underworld, Bada-Gaika crater. The gateway to the underworld, a massive crater in Siberia's frozen permafrost, is expanding at an astonishing pace, growing by 35 million cubic feet every year as the ice beneath the surface continues to thaw, according to a recent study. This enormous crater, officially known as the Bada-Gaika crater or megaslump, was first identified in 1991 through satellite images. It appeared after a section of a hillside in the Yana uplands of northern Yakutia, Russia, collapsed. The collapse revealed ancient layers of permafrost, some of which have been frozen for as long as 650,000 years, making it the oldest known permafrost in Siberia and the second oldest on Earth. Recent research has found that the Batagay megaslump's cliff face, also called the headwall, is retreating at a rate of 40 feet each year due to the thawing permafrost. The collapsed part of the hillside, which dropped about 180 feet below the headwall, is also quickly melting and sinking deeper into the ground. The study, published in the journal Geomorphology on March 31, highlights that fast-melting permafrost features like this are becoming more common in Arctic and subarctic regions where the ground is rich in ice. However, the Batagay crater stands out due to its immense size and the incredible amount of ice and sediment it's losing. By 2023, this gaping depression had stretched to a width of 3,250 feet, making it an extraordinary and alarming example of how the Earth's permafrost is transforming. What discovery shocked you the most? Do you believe that Siberia holds even more terrifying secrets waiting to be uncovered? Let us know your opinions in the comments below.